He thought, and rightfully so, that he was the greatest basketball player that ever lived.
Physically, he was still the most imposing physical player that's ever played this league, period. There's no one that's come close to him in terms of just physical prowess.
And as athletic as any man who ever walked the earth. You try guarding that on a basketball court sometime.
This was more than just some big guy who dunked the basketball and ran up and down the court. This was a true athlete, and his physical prowess was unbelievable.
He's going to the basket.
Deep, there's Wilt to block the shot. Boy, Wilt blocked that nicely. Wilt playing another tremendous game. Wraparound pass. The Globetrotters are here and jumping in. Great play for the big man.
Great defensive work, tremendous ball handling, and a tremendous demonstration of speed and ability.
And it's just hard for people to fathom what we talk about when we say what he did. He did things that just defy description. I can remember plays that he made that when I would talk about him, people said, no, he couldn't have done that. And I'm telling you, he was just a great, great basketball player.
Here comes Boston, but Chamberlain keeps the pressure on. Wilt rebounds for a fast break.
For the Eastern All-Stars, as Wilt Chamberlain comes up with another rebound. Wilt sort of toying with the opposition.
West leads by 4, 85-81. Wilt Chamberlain.
Knocked loose, Hurston back, Chamberlain slammed up.
Chamberlain gets away from Bowman.
Chamberlain again underneath. Great shot by Chamberlain.
By the fact that he led the league in assists later on, showed he could pass the basketball. So Wilt had all the tools. He didn't display them all the time because he was asked to do other things.
He can hurt you with assists like that also, playing the post.
That was a great pass by Wilt Chamberlain.
Wilt Chamberlain, most valuable player in the National Basketball Association this year.
You know, obviously, and his legend remains across the whole league. I'm glad the three-point line wasn't around for him. He would have figured that out probably too, so.
Passes to Chamberlain, he's open, he shoots, he scores.
I'm glad I played in this era, let's put it that way.
Wilt Chamberlain. Oh, how about that?
Wilt still tries it. And in she goes.
Chamberlain turns and shoots outside, good.
There's somebody going through the middle, nobody goes. Wilt takes it in himself. Puts it in there.
Wilt did not go in and bump and dislodge people. That was not his game. And if you remember, the main point is 60% or more of Wilt's shots came on fadeaways.
Chamberlain is the greatest scoring machine the game has ever known, and he can score on you in dozens of ways. Here's one you can't stop, the fall-away jumper. And he hits this repeatedly, despite good defense. That fall-away jumper just cannot be stopped. Beautiful.
When this giant walks out on the floor, the 76ers automatically have a great number of points.
Unbelievable shot, Keith. If he gets that close to the basket, I don't see how anyone can stop him.
I think with his competitive spirit that he had, that's the one thing about Wilt. Wilt did not like to lose. He always wanted to win. So if he'd have been 6'4", 6'5", or 6'6", I think he would have had the determination. He probably would have had more of that killer instinct also to dunk the ball and destroy people. Because of his size, I think he really held back most of the time and didn't try to dominate with his physical body. And I thought, quite frankly, that he was more of a finesse player than a power player, and yet when he did turn on the power and exert that physical presence, he was unstoppable.
Were you as great as you were because of the time, or would you be as great now? I mean, there's 15 7-footers now. There were 3 in your era.
Well, I disagree with you there. I think it was a lot of big guys when I played. Guys who weighed more than I did. A few guys taller than I was. A lot of 7-footers. But today the guys are much more athletic. But I think sometimes when you have all that going for you in the body, how is your head?
I said, you know, Wilt, I think I'm the only guy on this planet that knows how really good you are. Because he was smart on top of everything else. He was the smartest guy I played against.
The Celtics press the ball to keep it away from Chamberlain. He scores anyway. Chamberlain gets the ball, his double team puts it in nonetheless.
Chamberlain, boxed in and all, still gets the shot away.
Chamberlain banks it in.
Chamberlain outside.
Chamberlain in the pivot. Wow! And to Chamberlain. Chamberlain scores.
It's kind of Kevin Durant-ish. Well, yeah, look how tall he is. Of course, he just shoots over everybody.
Puts it up, Wilt knocks it down.
Great shot by Chamberlain. Jones, 3-on-2. Russell, blocked by Chamberlain. A great block by Chamberlain. Two great plays by Wilt Chamberlain.
Now let's watch his defense.
He's going to challenge Wilt. He does. Wilt fly swats it right down his throat.
Jumps it up over Wilt. Wilt blocks it. That's 4 block shots for Chamberlain. Chamberlain blocked it. Great play by Chamberlain. Chamberlain gets the ball. Nice play.
Trying to get it up over Chamberlain. He drives it down his throat.
The Heights and he's deep. Blocked by Chamberlain. He switches to Krebs. Blocks the shot.
Sam Jones. Good block by Chamberlain.
It's a 3-inch height advantage. Chamberlain got just enough of it.
Havlicek blocked, and Chamberlain has the rebound.
On a drive over Chamberlain. Wilt slaps it out of there. Good block by Chamberlain. Penetrates, gives to Jackson. Chamberlain blocks it. Put it up again. Chamberlain slaps it out. That's 7 times Wilt's blocked shots tonight.
In on Wilt, puts it up. Wilt knocks it down.
Oscar working. Chamberlain spoiled it. Good defensive play by Wilt.
Barry puts it up.
Over Chamberlain. Wilt slaps it out of there.
Down the middle. Chamberlain fly swats that out of bounds. He is awesome.
Chamberlain blocks it. It's out of bounds. Oh, they call goaltender.
That's what he calls his finger roll, and that's a tough shot. You just don't block that shot. Ever boys, never rush. Gets his play when he wants it.
Wilt spins around his defender, and 47 and 48.
Into Wilt. Goes in and scores.
Wilt working against, and Russell goes over with a finger roll.
Chamberlain puts it up and in.
And it's for Wilt as he leaves the game, and they're giving him a standing ovation in many sections of the arena.
Earl Strong, the legendary referee who's no longer with us, said if we called all the fouls on Wilt, we wouldn't have a game. So there was 2 sets of rules for Wilt when he played.
Wilt Chamberlain driving on Russell, and you may see a lot of that now.
Here's a little bit of a misconception. A lot of people think, hey, Wilt was scoring against everybody else, and he wasn't doing diddly against Russ. But there were games the Celtics might have won where you got 45 points, 28, 30 boards. I think you had your
62 one night, I remember very clearly.
62 off you?
Yeah. I won't ever forget that.
Wilt, of course, is a great rebounder also. Uses his height and his weight of about 292 pounds to great advantage.
Chamberlain rebounds. Chamberlain for the rebound. Chamberlain rebounds it. Chamberlain the rebound.
Chamberlain on the rebound, number 13. Chamberlain gets the rebound.
On the 55 rebound game, how about that?
To go against Bill Russell, the great defender, and get 55 rebounds. People say, well, he wouldn't do that today. Yeah, he did it against Bill Russell.
I knew that this is what I was supposed to do if I really wanted to dominate the game, was the rebound. And it was something also very gratifying about it. When you go up there and you grab that ball and you squeeze it, and you say, it's mine.
Back to Russell. Won't go. Chamberlain slaps it up on the board, rebounds it.
It comes to Chamberlain. Reed guarding him.
One of the greatest scorers, rebounders ever.
Chamberlain works hard and winds up with 46 points and 31 rebounds. He's murder around the basket. But it's not enough to hold back Boston.
Phillips driving, blocked by Russell. Chamberlain with the rebound. The basket is good. He was fouled after shooting.
Wilt has had 7 seasons with over 2,000 points. As the all-time high scorer of the league, Wilt sets records every time he plays.
Rebound coming off, and Chamberlain gets it.
Oh, there's that great strength.
Rebound, free ball. Chamberlain puts it in. Score for the East as Chamberlain backs up the play and taps it in.
Hit the iron. Chamberlain has it. Throws it in.
Chamberlain with the rebound, put, throw it in. Russell had his hands on the ball, but Chamberlain forced it through.
Missing, forced the shot. Chamberlain.
A remarkable shot on a fine defensive play.
Shot is up and missed, but Chamberlain has the rebound.
and he dunks it.
I noticed you were shaking your head, Freddie Schaus, when Russell partially blocked the shot and Chamberlain forced it through.
He's just so powerful, Marty.
Slam dunk, Wilt Chamberlain.
Chamberlain following up again, as he has so many, many times in his great career.
Wilt Chamberlain inside with a rebound. When Wilt gets it that close, pretty hard to handle it.
Furious battling under the basket. And it's dunked in by Chamberlain.
Chamberlain from the west.
Dominated the game for a long time.
Looks one to Chamberlain. Chamberlain. Into Chamberlain. He's deep. And he dips it.
And Wilt Chamberlain on the dipper dunk.
Wilt, he gets an easy one.
Wilt Chamberlain dunks one for Philadelphia.
Chamberlain, 7 feet 1, dumps one in.
Inside to Chamberlain. He's got it. Chamberlain at 75.
Oscar Robertson bounce passes to Big Wilt Chamberlain. And it's a basket.
There's Chamberlain underneath. And he dunks it.
He's got it now, and he bangs it in. Just conjecturing here, how many can he make?
His first 6 years in the pros, Wilt Chamberlain averaged 42 points, 25 rebounds, 3 assists.
Chamberlain drops one.
Pass into Chamberlain. Whoa.
Chamberlain muscles his way under for a two-pointer.
Slam dunk.
All right, Wilt Chamberlain, surprise. But when you're that big,
He's on another level.
In an 80-game season, he played 79 complete games. He missed 8 minutes of one game because it got thrown out.
That was inconceivable to us.
Just one game, 48 minutes a game is really enough, but playing a whole season, 48 minutes a game.
Forces his way in, fakes, now shovels one to the baseline to Chamberlain and puts it up, and it is in.
Live action as Chamberlain turns and goes to the basket.
I mean, when I look back in retrospect, I say, what were they doing to me?
Chamberlain with his back to his man, fires out, takes it back, lays it up, it is good. Beautiful move by Chamberlain.
Jesus, there must have been some time when I could have gotten a rest.
But unbelievably, he never took one.
Gives it to Chamberlain. Drops it in and he's fouled.
How the hell do you stay so strong all season? How do you avoid fouling out? How do you take a beating every night with guys pushing you, punching you, grabbing you, and come back the next night fresh as a daisy? How the hell do you do this, Wilt?
Chamberlain puts it in.
I was paid to play basketball, and people paid to come and see me. And so my coach and the owners felt like, hey, people pay to see him, leave him out there, and let him see him. And I was able to deal with it in such a way that only missing 7 minutes. And I look back on it now and go, hey, Hal, I mean, I can't believe it myself.
I would love to see him play against some of these centers today. It would be pretty embarrassing for them, to be candid with you.
And even more astounding was his scoring. It's a record, of course. 50 points a game. That's right. 5-0. 50.
Man's averaging 50 points a game.
Chamberlain, what a shot. Whoa!
He's averaging 50. A bad night is 44.
We were in awe of what he was doing out there against the best players in the world.
Rogers takes the jump shot. It's no good. Chamberlain puts it in.
Good follow-up again by Chamberlain.
Tip, Chamberlain.
Rogers missing. Rebound again.
He'd get 63. He'd get 70. I mean, miraculous things.
Chamberlain, slam dunk.
Michael Jordan scored 50 or more points 31 times in his career. Impressive. Wilt did it 45 times in one season.
The biggest, strongest, and the greatest scorer of all time.
How do you stop the guy? There's only one way to do it, with a max.
Drives the hook, lays it off to Chamberlain, who stuffs it in.
The big guy is turning it on tonight.
I heard one team had what they thought was a perfect defense against you. They locked the dressing room door.